How Native American women gave birth. Each indigenous culture had its own traditions. Some were forbidden to eat raccoons. Some couldn't wear neckerchiefs. Some scared a child to speed up the birth. The first childbirth reports were made in the 17th century. So how did it all happen? It all started with pregnancy. Women had to follow a diet. For example, the Cherokee didn't eat raccoons or pheasants. They believed it would make the child sick. They didn't eat speckled trout. It could cause birthmarks. Black walnuts would lead to a large nose. Cherokee women also didn't wear neckerchiefs. This was believed to lead to umbilical strangulation. Crossing legs and lingering indoors were also prohibited. The tribes had prohibitions for the father too. He was forbidden to tie up animals. It was believed the child would be tied up in the womb. Then the birth would be difficult. There were also rituals for both future parents. The couple washed their hands and feet daily. There were rituals to bring childbirth closer. The Cherokee practiced scaring. The mother's relatives would say special words. They were supposed to speed up the birth. Cherokee women also drank an infusion of bird cherry bark. Mohican women drank a concoction of root bark. Most Native American women gave birth on their own. For example, it was so in the Hopi tribe. Although in some tribes there was help with childbirth, the help was provided by a woman. In the Shoshone tribe, mothers and grannies could be present. Men weren't allowed to see the birth, although the Kickapoo tribe was an exception. There, men could watch and even help. Native women gave birth separately from each other. Some gave birth in ceremonial buildings. This was the custom among the Inuit and Algonquin. Some women went to the forest or to the water. There they made a shelter for themselves. This is what the Mi'kmaq and Bellicula tribes did. Navajo women sang during childbirth. Sometimes they also held on to sacred items. Women never gave birth lying down. They could give birth standing, sitting, or on their knees. The newborn would fall on the leaves under the mother. After birth, protective rituals were performed. The Navajo buried the placenta. It was to protect the newborn from evil spirits. The Shoshone buried the umbilical cord. It was to ensure the child's ambition. Mothers from other tribes bathed the child in the river. It was done daily for 2 years. It was believed to make the child healthy. Other postpartum rituals were also practiced. The mothers lived alone with the child for the first month. This Shoshone tribe required it. They also had food restrictions. New parents couldn't eat red meat for a few weeks. Native Americans also had a naming ceremony. It was held a few days after birth. Native women returned to work soon after giving birth. The babies were swaddled and strapped to a cradle board. The mothers carried it on their back. Nowadays mothers use a sling. What do you think of these traditions?